Good morning, everyone. Rise and shine and say hello to Rocco.
Hi, Rocco Gibson here.
Recording artist, chef, yoga instructor, and he's showing us how to start the day on a positive note. And while we're hanging out with Rocco, get ready for a dose of healthy vibes for mind, body, and spirit.
Black pepper. There we go. Bon appetit. My doctor's appointment is at 3:30. I could have requested to leave at 3, leaving myself a half hour, but I decided to be safe and do 2 o'clock, just to leave myself extra time. Thank God I did, because I had a time punch issue that I had to deal with, and my ID badge for the hospital ended up missing, so I had to deal with that. So I'm now on my way to the doctor's appointment, and it's about 2:45. This is why it's always wise to leave yourself extra time. I'm glad I was smart and did just that. Everything you do consists of many small steps, and the more attuned you are to the one step you're doing now, the smoother things are gonna run. For example, I'm going to the doctor's, right? Well, that consists of many small steps. That involves getting in your car. That involves turning on the car. That involves driving straight, then taking a left, then taking a right. The more present you are, the more pleasurable what you do becomes as well. Check-in time. Doctor's appointment was a piece of cake. It's over, and now I really am ready to start the weekend. I'm hungry. Here we are at the bar. That rhymed. This is the man I'm helping out. Does he look like Elvis? He's in a pageant. I'm the dresser. Stay tuned. Pretty fun, pretty social, wouldn't you say? That was fun. I'm all done. I am waiting for an Uber and home to bed. Saturday morning, I'm on my way to teach my 2 classes. I've got 3 students signed up for 10 o'clock, 3 students signed up for noon. So it's gonna be a busy class morning. All right, so this is the studio space where I teach. It doesn't look very much like a yoga studio, but we are trying to work on that. This is a shared space where other people in the building do get to use it. This was once an office suite, and now I use it during my Saturday mornings, and no one complains. So the way my 2 classes work, so if you attend the 10 o'clock one, that's a faster pace vinyasa flow class where you're doing up dog, down dog, vinyasa flows. There's a lot of cardio. There's strength training in there as well. And you can choose to go lighter on some of the moves, so you can tailor it as long as you know what the moves are, and it's my job to teach you that. The noon one is a meditative, chakra balancing, energy work kind of class. So if you've never attended yoga before, and if you do want to come to my class, the noon one is the one that you're going to want to start with. Both classes went really well. Everybody left feeling really good. One of my guys, he was there for both classes. I have a deal where if you attend the 10 o'clock class and choose to stay for the noon, then you get in the noon class for free. So it's kind of like you get a buy one, get one free. So what was cool about him, the 10 o'clock class, of course, is that, heavy duty vinyasa flow, as I've mentioned. But the second one is very relaxed. So when you attend the first class, you're pumping and you're breathing and you're moving, and then you get to relax for the second one. So it's a great experience. So now I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, stop home, be home for a little bit, and then I'm back at the pageant to help my buddy Jer. So I'll get some footage. Okay, on my way to the pageant. I have arrived. Jer, why do you feel you should win? I hate you. That's a great reason. I look like I'm on a safari. Sunday morning. Laundry, grocery shopping, trip to a really cool bookstore about maybe 20-25 minutes away from here in a place called Altamont. It's actually a few weekends ago we were there and we want to go back. Hi guys, I want to share with you some chakra insight. It's so interesting when you balance your chakras on a regular basis because you tend to advance in that particular craft. There's a friend of mine who has been balancing his chakras for a while, and he actually can see the colors of the chakras. He sees the colors in his head, which is really, really wild. I've experienced that a few times myself, where, I'll be on the mat after a practice, my eyes will be closed, and I will take a few extra minutes to go through each of the chakras. If this is the first time you've seen this show, the past several episodes, I've described each chakra. There's 7 main ones. And I won't go into the specifics right now, but I will say that when you balance on when you work on balancing each chakra, I got up like probably 20 minutes ago, by the way, so I'm a little fuzzy, but I still want to film and share with you. I notice that certain thoughts will pop up in my head pertaining to what the chakra deals with. The last time I balanced my chakras, which was 2 days ago, so I'm due. Ideally, I want to try to do a chakra balancing every single day. It's just like changing the oil in your car. Not that you do that every day, but balancing your chakras, that's something that you want to try to do every day if you can, and if you're able to. When I'm focusing on the red chakra, the root chakra, thoughts start popping in my head regarding finances, regarding projects around the house, that's physical. When I'm balancing on, for example, the green chakra, the heart chakra, my yoga class starts popping up because the classes that I teach, there's a love and there's a fulfillment that I feel for the class itself. When I'm up in the spirit chakra, the crown chakra, what starts coming to mind, what starts popping in my head, not necessarily God or heaven, but certain books that I read that connect me to that level of consciousness. The Tao Te Ching, for example, Eckhart Tolle's New Earth, Power of Now, Byron Katie. For me, these aren't just self-help books. These are books that connect me to a state of complete mindfulness, which is really a goal of mine, to live in that state as constantly and consistently as possible. So, what's another example? Okay, in the blue chakra, when I'm in the blue chakra, I know I'm not talking about the chakras in order, but what starts coming to mind is when I email at work, when I have a Zoom meeting, when I communicate things, or when I need to not even work, but if I have to say, okay, can I go ahead and do this? Or do you mind if I go ahead and take care of that? So, when I balance the chakras these days, thoughts start popping up in my head of things pertaining to each chakra. So I wanted to just share that with you because I thought that was really cool.
Monday morning, on my way in. The cycle starts again. The workday went well, and now I've got to stop at the grocery store,
pick up a medication, and I have to stop at the pet store, get some kibble for the kitty cat, and then I have about an hour of editing that I need to do. So this is actually turning out to be a lengthy day. Hey folks, Tuesday. Last night was went a little later than I expected. I think I was working on content, editing content, and sending it out for about 2.5 hours, which it is absolutely okay. I love doing that. Got myself some new glasses too, which is good. These are cheaters. I got them at the grocery store. Got my got the pet food for the girl, and she was happy about that. She kept purring and wagging her tail. And that's it so far. Work-wise, slow day. Took care of an issue with one of my members. I had to make sure that her food delivery continued. And what that service is you get a box filled with food, with produce, with meats, all of that stuff once a week. And each member is authorized for about 6 months. And so this member's authorization period was up, so I learned how to renew that. So she's good, and her 2 kids are good too, which is even better. So now I'm just waiting to do a meeting. And I have a training later, so that's pretty much it, unless another fire happens to pop up that I need to put out. It should be a pretty chill kind of day. So that's what the work day has been so far. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day out there, and maybe after I'm done with work, maybe I can go outside and hit the mat. Goathead Records, they are the record company that has been remastering all my tracks. And Rider Records is a curator on Spotify. They have several channels, and I send them my tunes. They're based out of the UK, so my stuff, I'm happy to say, is actually international. I did check the numbers, by the way, on my Spotify artist app, and my music is playing, obviously, here most of all, but the UK, Germany, where else? Brazil. There's a few other places too. I believe Australia, and it's not like I'm this big international star. That's not it at all. It just happens to be that's where my tunes tend to play in places outside of the United States. So that's a good thing. So Rider Records, it just so happens that I've already submitted all of my tunes. Every few weeks for the past several months, they said, okay, they would say, send us 2 more tunes, send us 3 more tunes, etc. So basically, with 7 albums, I've run out of tunes to send them, which means I need to start working on another album. Believe it or not. So Goathead Records, I signed a deal with them. And when I say signed, I don't mean signed as in become their artist. I signed up for a service where they'll remaster 15, 30, 45 tracks. So that's 3 albums for the next year. So what that means is that I make the tracks on Logic Pro X, I send it to Goathead, they remaster it, or I think mastering would be the term. In other words, they polish it up so it has that really crisp, professional sound that you would hear on whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, they're gonna make it sound really good. So I'm gonna be cranking out more tunes. In fact, I'm probably gonna get started on the first tune now, and hopefully I'll have another collection of 15 tunes in maybe a month and a half. And as they're going to want more tunes in a few weeks, so if I can get 2 or even 3 in that time, that'll be good. So that's my next mission. Work was good. Thursday has pretty much ended. On my way home, and all I gotta do is submit information for an article that Crescento Marketing is doing for me every month. They send one out, and it's going to be on the Babe video, and it's probably going to take me about maybe 10 or 15 minutes or so to submit that. It's not really going to be an arduous task. And I already started working on my first track for the next album. It's nowhere near done, but I'm getting somewhere. It's going to feel good to be in the groove again in terms of creating. Then again, I never left the groove because I've been doing a couple of music videos, as you know, and so forth. So, but to create more music, that's a groove that I'll be officially in that groove soon. Hey folks, it's Friday morning. I am working today in the hospital till 2 o'clock, so I'm leaving 3 hours early, because I have a follow-up appointment with one of my doctors, which is definitely not a big deal at all. It's really just kind of a routine thing, and I'm ready to seize the day. Yesterday at work, there was a guy who had been living on the street, and fortunately with my new position, I was able to make some arrangements to set some things up that will hopefully get him in a hotel. So he's in the hospital now, and there's just a couple of things that he needs to do. What I mainly did was give him the information. I looked up the information. I accessed the information by asking my teammates, who pretty much know everything. All you do, we're all in this group chat, so any questions you have, you type it in, they give you the information. I was able to give that to him, as well as send referrals out to some places that can help him, hopefully with case management and with food for when he ends up in his first place. So that felt very gratifying. Hopefully I'll have a chance to pop in and just visit him and say hello and give him some words of encouragement so that he will look forward and up, not down and backwards. And that's the advice that I give to anybody watching this. Any problems you have, find your information, do what you gotta do, look forward and look up. Okay, time to get to work. So it was a pretty easy day today. There were some things that did pop up that I needed to tend to. Unfortunately, I also needed information from those training me in order to fix the issues. And so I'm kind of in a bit of a standstill as far as being able to do anything more than what I've already done. But fortunately, you know, these are all things that can continue on Monday, because to be honest with you, I'm probably not going to hear back from anyone at this point in the day on a Friday. But, you know, hey, I'm doing the best I can, and, you know, I'm giving myself a pat on the back. So it was definitely an active week in terms of my new job duties, and now it's time to turn all of that stuff off.